Honestly, don't know what I was doing for this video, or this recording in particular. It's literally just me filming some of the things I have been doing on this world, and so I'm going to have to do a voiceover. And as usual, it's not scripted. So, to make the full set of equipment that I need to go up into space, I need oxygen gears, which requires a lot of tin and steel and a bunch of other components of that. It was made an awful lot easier on my second attempt actually it's technically my third attempt because I had a second attempt but misconfigured the mods. On my third attempt, it was made so much easier because I was using mystical agriculture, which does exist in this mod pack, only I was a fool and didn't use it. Mainly because I didn't really know what it was about. But eventually we have the full gear and all is well. And a recipe I've known existed for ages has finally come into use: elevators, which allow you to travel between floors by simply jumping or crouching on a block as long as one is placed above the other. Very cool stuff. I really wish this was actually in Minecraft, real Minecraft, alongside all of the other things here and there. So then I needed to make an oxygen collector and a decompressor, as well as a bunch of canisters to store oxygen, which was honestly quite painful. Not as painful though as the launch platforms. That stuff was actually really easy to make. And also you get all 9 of them just for the price of one crafting recipe. Brilliant. Also the spare fluid transfer pipe that I was using to make one of the components, I could use to then transfer the oxygen between the two blocks. I do believe it also will work if you just put them right next to each other. Now, how do we get into space? With a rocket, of course. But how does the rocket get into space? Well, it uses fuel. How do we get the fuel? Well, with more compressed tin canisters, and some unrefined oil you have to find underground. That's why there's going to be lots of oil spot thingies littered all over the maps, or like waypoints and stuff littered all over the maps, just because those are locations where I have found some oil, which I can then go collect and refine. Refineries, on the other hand, require an awful lot of energy. I don't think that there's pollution in this mod pack, so that doesn't really bother me. Now, I needed solar panels, and a lot of them, so I did make some more. But the downside to some of the solar panels was the fact that there was a building in the way, which I took down. So now we should have enough energy to power the refinery properly for a very long time, sustainably refining the natural oil into usable rocket fuel. Well, with now this out the way, we can spend an awful lot of time actually building the rocket, which is the most fundamental part of getting to the moon. Once I've gotten to the moon, I then still have the server. It's just I stopped playing it because I wanted to do more mod packs and realised a pretty big flaw, which we'll come on to later. But of course, to finish the rocket, I needed the compressed plates. And to make the compressed plates, I needed steel, which was incredibly annoying to make, and bronze, which I wasn't using mystical agriculture to make, so I had to do it the long and moderately difficult way by combining, I think it was aluminium and copper. It could have been tin and copper, I'm not too sure. But eventually, all of this was done, and we has rocket. We have a rocket. Am I constantly crouched? We finally have a rocket. Tier 1 rocket. So then this means we should be able to get to the moon. Asteroids are tier 3, Mars is tier 2, Venus is... Now then, most irritatingly, you need a launch pad and a fuel loader to actually get fuel into the rocket. And you need that on the other end as well. You get the launch pads taken with you, However, the fuel loader you have to bring your own, otherwise you'll remain stranded on the moon and actually soft locked, assuming that there is a spawn point system on the moon. There was when I went up there once, on a different mod pack, that is. I then spent the remaining 49 minutes of this recording doing some random rubbish. In particular, figuring out how to get mending, which you can do using an arcane accelerator thingy, which requires essence of knowledge and stuff like that, which you get from mob drops. So, I built a mob farm using conveyor belts and stuff, which was a complete nightmare because I had to use tree fluid extractors to get latex, which then gave me the plastic, which then gave me conveyor belts. Yeah, eventually I made a mob farm. Completely useless. I was also mucking about with ore finders as well, and pretty much just procrastinating. Fortunately, this video is comprised of 2 separate recordings, totaling about 2 hours and 30 minutes in total, I think. I'm going to see how far I can compress it, especially with a video format like this. When I get on the moon, it will definitely be an awful lot slower though, because I'm going to be using my voice from the actual recording as opposed to doing a voiceover like this. Well, it's a new day, and, well, recording in particular, and there's loads of new waypoints telling me where all the oil is, which I won't really need, because you don't really need that much, to be honest. I expanded my house, my basement, and everything is almost ready to launch. I find it really unfortunate that when I eventually get onto the moon, I decide to stop doing this, because that's just how it turned out. The mod pack that I was playing in particular included something that I didn't really enjoy, which you'll see on the moon. Then after making some more oxygen tanks and obviously filling them, literally everything was ready to go, alongside a bit of procrastination. 18 minutes of footage was generated, and in all of it I didn't really make much progress, but I do believe I might have figured out about the usefulness of mystical agriculture. I told you this bit's unscripted. It's ridiculous. What I can also do is I can just refine that. Oh, well, not refine it, fill it up. Okay. Everything should be ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, let us go to space. Countdown has been initiated. Oh my goodness. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff, literally. I'm going to go straight up. I can't control the direction, but I want to go straight up. Oh, I forgot to bring the oxygen. No! Oh my goodness, so we have a very limited time on the moon now. Well, I say that, it's not that limited though. But look at that. Okay, extra nice. Look at how pretty the Earth is. Within up the moon. I wonder if we can see the other planets from here. I don't think we can. That over there is the end portal point thingy. Ah, no. How could I forget the spare oxygen tanks? Doesn't matter. We should be fine anyway. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. All the stars. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Preparing for entry. Challenge. The moon. We have made it to the moon. We haven't landed yet. Oh my goodness. Got a little worried for a second. I wanted to enter faster. You know, just to save the wait. And we have a village right there. Let's go. Oh no, it's night time here. And there's all of the mobs. That is really not good. But, ladies and gentlemen. Oh goodness. One small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. I am running away frantically from these things. I assume that in here... Where is it? Yeah, there's the rocket. Okay, good. That's our way out. These are all evolved animals as well, or entities even, hence the masks. We then have oxygen usage over there. Yep, they're growing trees here. Oh, and actually, why do I have this on? I don't need this on. This is how good the gravity is here. So then, let me just mark the landing site, which I think was here. No, it wasn't there. And then obviously village 1. So now we just need to find a dungeon. And fortunately they are easier to find than you'd expect. It's literally just a hole in the ground is what you're looking for. What is this? This is copper ore. I have to check because there is cheese ore here. I'm not interested in finding cheese ore. But look at the footprints. Oh, I should have made a flag. Oh, okay. We also want to keep an eye out for meteors. Yeah, there's the landing site. We want to keep an eye out for meteors because we need meteoric iron. Well, I searched some pretty large areas on the moon, and based off of my very limited testing so far, the dungeons are quite difficult to find. However, this will be proven wrong later on, unless another mod increased the spawn chances. I think in this scenario I was pretty unlucky. Another thing you might have noticed as well is the fact that I have 3, or in some cases 4, rows of hearts. And this is, most annoyingly, part of a mod which increases the difficulty. So, essentially what I'm saying is that over time, even if you do nothing but it's accelerated when you kill mobs, the difficulty increases, and the mob's health increases. So a standard skeleton that should have, for example, 20 health points, wound up with 63. So yeah, that's why I stopped playing this mod pack. Future mod packs that I managed to make do include this mod, just for the health buff, I guess. But I have been able to disable the insane difficulty and the insane mob health that you get. Alright. Well, it has been nice knowing the moon. Let me just do one final... Oh, goodness. One final search for possible dungeon. I did find several villages, but I couldn't really go to them because I was being chased all the time. Hopefully next time when we come to the moon, there's not going to be any... Or, I mean, it will be daytime. That's not a dungeon. Alright, that's good enough. Oh wow, we can see through the ground. That's not meant to happen though, but anyway, let's go. There's the sun. Hang on, if we go during the night time, I think I might have figured it out. If we go during the night time, would that work? I don't know. Why is... Because there's definitely no daylight cycle, but if we return and find out that there might have been a daylight cycle, then that would just be confusing, but whatever. I'm not going to be making one of these just yet. Let's launch. Oh, of course it's a blood moon. Of all... Oh, wow. Just, wow. Why? Oh, no, 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 that's not good. What the hell is happening? There we are, we've landed back on Earth. Oh my goodness. Now, as I was distracted by the blood moon, you might have missed the terror chest, which fell down next to me, which is basically just like the landing pod that was on the moon. It basically contains the fuel, the rocket parts, and all the stuff that was inside the rocket storage that you can use. Now, this is pretty much just the end of this series and also the end of this video. I shall return. I did record this at like the middle of February, and I did make another mod pack called Commatacraft. Unfortunately, I can't make a server with it because it's not popular enough yet. But hopefully sometime later on we shall return to modded Minecraft, because there is definitely more planets to explore, especially in other mod packs, and just a bunch of insane things to do.